All right, guys, welcome back to MGM MarketAbilities.
Another day.
Another day, another episode. We're so glad that you're here.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Yeah, because without
Blessed.
you, we wouldn't be here.
Well, I think we still would. I think we would just get together and chit chat, and we'd probably record it just for no reason. We do have cameras
and audio equipment,
and we like to use all of it, every bit of it. Like right now, I'll take a picture. We have 3 cameras staring at us, guys.
Yeah. Like
so
3 of these black dots just
it's very cool.
Judging us.
I've always just treat them as friends, just treat them as other people. I wish you wouldn't have why do you keep getting so many deliveries and stuff? You got boxes in the background there.
Listen, I'm a busy man.
Very popular. Yeah, no doubt. What are we going to talk about?
So today we are talking about advertising ageism.
Ooh.
Which sounds confusing.
It does. It does. I hear that root word in there like age.
Yeah.
The age of something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
and ageism just sounds bad.
It does.
It sounds like people are getting fired for how old they are.
You know what? Yeah. And I think we're going to look at that.
Yeah.
Because the other thing is we're finding out that a lot of these products, they're purposely is it purposefully? That's a good word. Purposely or purposefully?
I think it's purposefully.
We're going to look at that way. Look at what all we're learning together.
Purpose.
They're doing it on purpose. They are targeting people with a larger disposable income. So maybe let's think about some of these products out there on the market. Some of the beauty products, they're saying, ageless beauty, or you see what I mean? Mm-hmm. So they're definitely targeting
that. Feel younger.
Yes.
Look younger.
Yes. So, wow. It's doing a couple of things. It's really sort of alienating the 50 plus, 40 plus.
Yeah.
And you're not at all worried about that younger demographic, which, by the way, probably buys more cosmetics than anybody.
Yeah. And they've even done, there's even research about, it's really sad about people, 20-year-old girls are getting plastic surgery already.
No.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It is scary. And, you think about, there's so many options in front of you now, like permanent makeup. I would say as much as trends change and stuff, bad.
Yeah.
And I hope there's not a company that was just getting ready to do business with us and we just said bad.
Yeah. And it's just crazy. The expectation, having a 15-year-old daughter, she really takes putting her makeup on the perfect way to a T, and she will freak out if it's not good enough. And she's not even trying to impress boys or anything. It's just an expectation that she feels upon herself.
Oh, wow.
To have this look. And it's really hard. We try to tell her it's not a big deal.
Right.
Look at us. We're not we're not
the glasses today. No makeup, right? Yeah.
And it's really sad, but it's just the way that people are kind of taking advantage of it.
Yeah. No doubt. You got to think about this because the marketing geniuses, they sit around within a company and they're like, yes, this is a great idea. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But you often wonder, is it portraying a lack of authenticity? Yeah. Are you diving into some dangerous waters as far as damaging your brand reputation long term?
Right.
And back to your daughter's makeup story. You've got to be forgiving, and you need to forgive yourself, because what I have found in my 53 years is it was out of those mistakes that I made that some of the most beautiful things were discovered. And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And some very vulnerable times, but it's okay to do that. Give yourself permission.
Yeah, it's really weird how they don't really market that if you just exercised and ate a little bit healthier, you would look younger.
Take this pill, do this, mix all these things together, drink it all day. And you know what? People are all on that, but just, hey, put your tennis shoes on.
Because
go for a ride.
People genuinely want a quick fix.
Oh, heck yeah, they do.
And it's bringing it back to your business is there's tons of people selling that type of stuff too. Hey, change this little thing in your marketing and you'll get business forever. That's not really how it works. You know what I mean? There's lots of little things. You still have to work hard. You still have to put in the paces and still do certain things to make sure that it's sustainable.
Right.
Because like a quick fix, like going viral one time will get you business for a few months or whatever.
Will it though? Or did you just get 1 million views?
Exactly.
How much cash is in your drawer?
Yeah, and exactly. So like I even heard a story of there was a couple who they had a video of their kids go viral or something, and they made all this money off of it just from like views and sponsorships and all this stuff.
Bless their children's hearts. So then they worked them.
They quit both of their jobs because they're like, we're going to be content creators and YouTubers and stuff. And 6 months later, they had to find new jobs because they relied
Their kids were getting older. They weren't that cute anymore.
No, they just relied on going viral, and you cannot rely on that.
No, it makes no sense. We saw that this week with one of our clients and huge growth, but it was because we were constantly feeding the beast. We were constantly putting things in there, and you know what? It can really take over your life if you're not careful. So you definitely don't want to make any of those rash decisions.
No, yeah.
That's not the world of marketing for sure. But you know, the thing that we found out in our industry here, and maybe you can apply it to what you do, we have diversified to the point that, I mean, even us joining forces, you know, when Lucas came to Growing Media, he was strictly audio. You know, we were doing primarily video, knowing the importance of audio and knowing we needed somebody who was really good at it. But then we decided, okay, we can't just do commercials. We need to think about music videos.
Yeah.
We need to think about some of these personalities, these TikTokers, these people who are going viral consistently. They're going to want some people to shoot video. You just really got to diversify to that point that you aren't excluding anybody or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, because you can easily cut off business that way. And it could be a huge line of business for you. Like, for example, I have a friend who is an audio engineer, and he mainly did hardcore music. Like he mixed and worked on hardcore music.
Like metal?
Yeah. And he was having he was having a hard time like keeping clients or getting enough or having them be able to pay him a proper amount. Cause you know, they're all like musicians, right? They don't have a ton of money. And all of a sudden he mixed like, I think it was like a blues record one time.
Wow.
And somehow he did a great job because that's what he does. And his name just got put on all these blues artists
wow.
you know, radar. And all of a sudden he was just inundated with blues music and now he makes a living off just working on blues music.
Isn't
even
that
though
crazy?
he was like trying to work on hardcore music the entire time.
Yeah.
And so he could have said no because he's like, well, I don't want to work on that.
If he wants to eat and pay his bills. And it's interesting because he probably did that in the reverse order. What I have found in life is we all have things that we like to do over other things, right? But why not start wide and let people know you're available to help? And then when you've reached that level of success where you feel comfortable, then only do metal.
Yeah, or start saying no to things you want to say no to.
Right.
Until you're still booked out and you're good to go.
Yeah, it is crazy. You know, it's, but it's always evolving. I think we're all learning together at this point. We talked about yesterday how inundated everybody's channel is and how we're just constantly bombarded with information. And I would challenge you to think about this week, and I'm certainly going to do it myself. How can we start to distance ourselves from that crowd? How can you be unique? You know, I've seen a lot of people sort of turn back to the primitive way of doing things, getting away from polished graphics and things like that and coming in more with handwritten notes and, you know, flyers and more of the guerrilla type or grassroots type marketing. And it seems to be impactful as well. So just maybe look for those unique opportunities to distance yourself from the noise. Yeah,
well, I think people are, you know, you see people scrolling on their phone and some of them aren't even giving that reel like a half a second.
Oh, I know.
And so they're like already just inundated with all that stuff. So they're not even really looking. So if you do something a little bit out of the ordinary, handing them a flyer or a personal note or saying hi to that person, whatever, is going to have such a different touch now than it used to.
Exactly.
Because it's so out of the norm.
Exactly.
Like, people are like very secluded and on their phone. Yeah. And so bringing back that community, that real community aspect could actually be a game changer for your business. No doubt. And I tell you the other thing, back to that ageism discussion you mentioned at the top of the show, do not discount at this point.
I would say any age group on some of the platforms that I think at one point were deemed primarily younger targeted or a younger demographic. TikTok. How many middle-aged people or older couples are you seeing now just get on there and dance and having a good time? So those are all things to evaluate, to look at. Do not draw some sweeping conclusion based on what you've been told or what you've heard. Again, you still have to do a lot of discovery on your own, and you need to reach out to people and ask the right questions. And it really, at the end of the day, it comes down to how much do you believe in what you're doing? How are you doing it different? And make sure you're doing it impactfully.
Yeah, 100%.
And not cutting any corners.
Yeah, it's like, is it actually out of like service, or is it out of your own ego? And that's always a good question to ask yourself.
That's a tough one. Really. The scales still really fast. Yeah. So what else has come up that you, hey, congratulations on, he doesn't want to talk about it, but I'm going to mention it today. So you've had like a YouTube channel pop off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm almost at like 1,500 subscribers out of nowhere.
See, we've been working like for years and years and years. That's awesome. And it was because now this is, I don't know that it's on the other side of what we've talked about, because we've mentioned this at one point, but you did drill down far enough now that people who find you, it's a niche group.
Oh, it's a super niche group.
Okay.
So, I'm literally after Christian music audio engineer, like musicians, audio engineers, music producers. And that's it. Like they have to be Christian, because literally I'm talking about God in each video, and I'm only like showcasing worship music, that I'm working on, and showing them techniques on how to mix, even more specifically, live recorded worship music. So it's not like a studio album or anything like that. Like it's only stuff that's happened live in a sanctuary or something like that somewhere.
And your largest audience thus far, you mentioned percussion, and what was it? You said they were asking about something in particular.
Well, I mean, like
big group.
The two biggest things that people want to learn how to mix are vocals and drums. Okay. Everything else just kind of fits in around it.
Okay. Yeah. So look at that.
Yeah.
And you were very secretive about it.
I actually, so I posted about a month without telling a single soul besides like a couple of my really close friends and my wife.
I knew.
And I think in the first month I got to like 500 subscribers without talking about it. Like I didn't tell anybody about it. I just posted about it.
He didn't tell me until he was at 500 subscribers. I think that was so cool.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Good for you. So
So if you're worried about starting, because like just real quick, I don't know how much time we have. We have a couple minutes. I was literally told by God to do this over 4 years ago. And I was very disobedient. And so if you feel that aching of like, I need to start this new thing, I need to really dig into it. Like I've been called to do this, but I'm scared of this, people judging me or whatever it is, just start, because I was overwhelmed with the amount of gratitude that people showed me for what I'm doing now. Yay. And I was not expecting it, because, there's a lot of negative people out in the world. And so I was fully prepared to just get bashed for what I was doing, but it's been the exact opposite.
Yeah. Because you said you went in raw, like you're not doing a lot of edits on this stuff.
Yeah, no, all of my like flubs, like if I say something wrong, or if I, like the other day, really funny, is I was doing stuff on a plugin, it was been bypass. So it wasn't even affecting anything. And I realized it, and I sat there and laughed at myself in the video, and I'm like, this happens to all of us. And I turned it on and I started working again.
Is that how you got the plugin sponsor or the company to work? Okay. Yeah. It's like, man, they're really vulnerable. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good. That's awesome.
But yeah, so just start. If you need that little push, like just start.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you should. Hey, and also we need to come full circle on something. I think we've touched on it in a couple of podcasts, but we have validity. I haven't as much as you have. Proof that I cleaned my garage. I was no longer neglecting this thing that I knew I needed to do.
So proud of you.
And you said you've done your gutters.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know that either one of us, you didn't provide a photo.
Yeah,
no.
I forgot.
And he came to my house and barged into my garage to see if I had cleaned.
And she did it. I was very proud of her.
That's right. Yeah. Right there. Yeah. I did it.
But if you need proof, you can come ask any of my neighbors, because they all came out to talk to me while I was cleaning my gutters. I'm like, why are you talking to me now?
They're just happy you're outside, man.
I guess so.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, thanks so much for tuning in, and we hope we gave you a little bit of something to think about. We're interested in the topics that you may care more about. So if you would email us, we would love to dive into that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And the way that they reach us.
Well, you guys just send us either leave a comment down below on YouTube or send us a DM on our Instagram or Facebook.
That's a good
MGM
idea.
MarketAbilities podcast.
Yeah. And we have a website. And this is produced by growingmediamarketing.com. Hey, the other thing that we never ask people to do that we should ask them to do today, subscribe.
Oh yeah, please subscribe and like the video. And even if you know someone that this would help, a business owner, maybe someone who's wanting to get into marketing or something, just share it with them. And
cool.
that would just to bless them, and that helps our channel grow and reach more people. So
what does the bell function do? Is it to alert you?
It notifies them every time that we post.
Oh,
it sends them
yeah.
like an actual notification.
Hit the bell thingy, wherever that is, right? Do that.
Hit the bell thingy.
Hit the bell thingy. All right. Well, thanks again, guys.
See ya.
Bye.